My name is Tara, and I want to ask you guys a question that has been brought to my attention today, but it's been following me for a while now. Now, many bloggers out there like to talk about sex and relationships and things like that. So I'm just letting you know right now, I'm going to be talking about sex and relationships, at least for this video. Now, before I get into it, I'm just going to say that I'm not a freak. I'm not an oversexed person. But my goal, my career path, I'm working my way to becoming a sex therapist. And sex therapists mainly work with people who, I don't want to say have problems with sex, but people who have problems with certain aspects of sex, or have problems with something dealing with sex, or maybe they just need some counseling, some guidance, some advice, and basically that's what I want to do. So it was very natural that she came and talked to me about something like this. And basically what she said was she'd been dating a guy for about a year now, and I've met him before. He's really nice. She said they've been going out for about a year. Everything is going good. I mean, textbook wise, he has a good job. He's respectful to her. He's respectful to her family. He does everything that a good boyfriend should do. They get along pretty well. I don't really see them fighting or anything like that. But the only problem that she has with him is that he will give her oral pleasure. Now, like many of you are probably reacting right now, you might be saying, well, what's the big deal? And when she first told me, I kind of was like, well, what is the big deal? I mean, you're lucky enough to have a guy that cares for you and respects you and does everything that a good boyfriend is supposed to do. So, maybe that's something that you can look past. And she said, no, girl, he's never given me oral sex. Not once. Won't even try it. And I said, well, have you talked to him about it? And she says, yeah, I talked to him about it, but every time I bring it up, he kind of blows it off, or he gets mad, and, he gets very sensitive when I talk about it. And I said, well, that's a little weird. And I said, well, what do you think it is? And she says, I don't know. I mean, we talked about it before we started dating, and he said that he never really did it before. And I thought that maybe once me and him got together and we, started getting serious, he would change his mind, but he just never did. And I was like, I think I would have a major problem with that if that was me. And let me tell you something about women. We have a thing called a clitoris. About that big. Now, 98% of us can't really reach well, I don't know if that's true, but a lot in the 90s. We're going to say 98 just for a fact. 98% of us can't reach orgasm if the clitoris is not being stimulated. Now, like I said, I'm not for sure the exact statistic. I'm 99.9% sure that it's in the 90s. Basically, that means a whole bunch of women can't reach orgasm without the clitoris being stimulated. Now, what that really means is that men have to, in order for us to have what we see as a healthy sexual relationship, the clitoris has to be stimulated. And most of us cannot reach orgasm unless, we're receiving cunnilingus. And with that being said, I think that, a man, if a man knows that and he's aware of that, then he should have no problem, giving that favor. And I think that I'm going to say 21. If you're over the age of 21, then you should have no problem doing it. I mean, I think that it's pretty natural, and like I said, if you're in a loving relationship, if this isn't somebody that you're having a one-night stand with, or somebody that you're dating and you don't know what the turnout is going to be, if this is somebody that you're seriously pursuing and somebody that you've been with for a while, they should have no problem with it. I mean, it should just be part of sex. Like, oh, we're about to do it. Oh, let me give you some head. But I couldn't be one of those people that's not receiving it. I would have been very vocal about it. And truth be told, I probably would have stopped talking to him altogether. Because, I mean, like I said, it's just part of sex, and sex is important to any relationship. Now, I don't care, I don't care how long you've been together, or, whether you're married or not married. If the sex isn't healthy and the sex isn't good, then eventually you're going to lose interest in that person. And that's the same thing goes for women. I mean, it's your choice on whether you wanted to do it or not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, you're a bad person if you don't do it, or, I'm just saying that it's important enough to her, then he should want to do it. And personally, me, it's that important to me that I wouldn't date somebody who wouldn't do it. So then I started to break it down in my head. What kind of guy does not want to give a woman oral pleasure? What reason would he have to not want to give someone that kind of enjoyment, to give someone that kind of, overwhelmingly great feeling? And basically, I broke it down to 3 different kind of guys. Guys that don't like to give oral pleasure. Let me see if you agree. Number 1. He's scared. Now, if a guy who's scared doesn't want to give oral pleasure, he's probably afraid of how the relationship is going to change. He's afraid of how she's going to view him, how maybe his friends are going to view him. Maybe he heard a horror story from a friend before. Maybe he's just like, I'm not going down there. That's weird. And I mean, if you've never done it before, I can understand why you could be scared. I mean, it can be intimidating. Like, I haven't the first time having sex can be intimidating. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen. And naturally, you just kind of feel tense. You feel a little, afraid. And that's okay. But eventually, you're going to have to get over it. Because, I mean, it feels great to us. And, after you do it the first time, it just kind of becomes a natural thing. And you just need to dive in head first. No pun intended. The second type of guy that has a problem giving oral sex is someone who is immature. And that kind of goes along with him being scared. Maybe he's a little younger. Maybe he's like, ew, this is gross. I don't want to do that. I never had to do that before. It's nasty, And if he's immature, then you probably shouldn't be talking to him in the first place. But, some guys are just really maybe they don't understand what it really means, and maybe you need to have a talk to them about what it really means to, do that to someone that you're in a loving relationship with, and, just let them know that it's okay and everything's going to be fine, and, it's all about a two-way street relationship, and it's always about, it's about working it out. I hate to bring this group of guys into it, but let's be honest. If he doesn't want to give you oral sex, he's probably gay, because gay men normally wouldn't find something like that attractive. They probably wouldn't want to go near a vagina, period. And it's okay that you're gay, but if you just totally are against giving me oral pleasure, then I'm probably at some point going to think that you're probably gay. But yes, those are the main 3 reasons why I think a man might be afraid to go on the vagina and get down with the get down. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, those are just my reasons. Do you think that I missed anything? Do you think there could be another reason why a guy might not want to do it if he's been with someone for a year and he trusts her? Let me know. Maybe I'm way off. Do you think that I'm wrong for not wanting to give someone a shot if he doesn't want to perform oral sex? What would you guys do? What would you women do? Let me know what you think.